The smartphone in your pocket, the computer on your desk, and the servers generating artificial intelligence all have one thing in common. They are completely dependent on a piece of technology smaller than your fingernail. At its core, a semiconductor is a thin wafer of silicon, but etched into that surface are billions of microscopic switches, known as transistors, wired together to process information. This graphic illustrates the difference in scale. Older legacy chips rely on a looser arrangement of these switches, but training modern AI models requires processing massive datasets instantly, which requires packing tens of billions of transistors into the exact same physical space. The entire modern digital economy and the future of artificial intelligence rely on a physical technology that is largely invisible to the human eye. You might assume the brands selling these devices are the ones making the chips inside them. In reality, the industry operates on a strict division of labor known as the fabless model. Apple designs brilliant silicon for its phones and laptops, but the company does not manufacture a single one of those chips itself. NVIDIA controls the global market for AI processors, yet it achieves that dominance without owning a single factory. Competitors like AMD follow the exact same strategy. This flowchart shows the financial logic behind the separation of labor. By outsourcing the physical manufacturing, tech giants can pour billions of dollars into elite engineering and chip design. The finished blueprints are then sent to a centralized manufacturer or foundry to actually build. This strategic outsourcing leaves the world's most valuable technology companies entirely dependent on an external partner for the physical creation of their products. In 1987, a veteran executive named Morris Chang left Texas Instruments and arrived in Taiwan to test a radical new idea. Chang founded the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, as a pure-play foundry. It would exist exclusively to manufacture chips for other designers and would never sell products of its own. This approach created the Switzerland of semiconductors. Because TSMC guaranteed it would never compete with its own customers, tech companies felt safe handing over their most valuable intellectual property. Industry leaders initially dismissed the idea, but that strict neutrality allowed small startups to aggressively scale, turning TSMC into the trusted foundation for trillion-dollar empires. Producing chips at this scale presents steep barriers to entry. It requires manipulating matter with nanoscale precision inside hyper-sterile cleanroom environments. The process relies on extreme ultraviolet lithography machines, which act like hyper-precise laser scalpels. Each tool costs upward of $200 million. There is only one company in the world capable of building them, a Dutch firm called ASML, and TSMC is their largest and most important customer. This engine keeps TSMC ahead. Manufacturing for hundreds of customers generates massive profits, which are immediately reinvested into new factories and research, reaching £45 billion for 2026 alone. As factory costs rise into the tens of billions, fewer companies can stay in the race. TSMC converts its technological lead into a self-funding economic cycle that systematically starves competitors of the capital needed to catch up. That massive scale is the reason the current surge in artificial intelligence runs directly through TSMC. While tech companies grab headlines for new software models and architecture designs, the actual physical processors powering those calculations are being etched in Taiwan. This schematic illustrates the critical final step, CoWoS advanced packaging. A bare AI processor must be physically bound to specialized high-bandwidth memory chips to receive data fast enough. TSMC controls roughly 90% of the market share for this highly advanced manufacturing process. Ultimately, the physical packaging capacity at TSMC's labs dictates the speed of the global AI build-out. This map highlights a glaring geographical risk. The vast majority of this highly specialized manufacturing sits on a single island, roughly 100 miles from mainland China. Taiwan functions as an integrated ecosystem of chemical suppliers, specialized engineers, and institutional knowledge that took decades to build. Analysts refer to this dynamic as the Silicon Shield. The logic suggests that because the entire global economy relies on TSMC, any conflict threatening its production would result in worldwide economic devastation, acting as a powerful deterrent. Financial markets recognize this fragility. Even with skyrocketing revenues and exceptional profit margins, TSMC's stock trades at a persistent geopolitical discount compared to its American peers. The global digital economy is entirely load-bearing on a single company, located directly atop one of the most heavily contested geopolitical fault lines on Earth. Recognizing the danger of having the entire supply chain centralized in one location, Western governments have initiated a panicked rush to bring chip manufacturing closer to home, passing aggressive legislation like the U.S. CHIPS Act. Subsidized by this funding, TSMC is building new multi-billion-dollar facilities in Arizona. However, constructing and operating a fab in the United States costs an estimated 50% more than it does in Taiwan. Similar subsidized expansions are being pushed forward in Europe and Japan as nations attempt to secure their own domestic chip supplies. Matching TSMC's performance requires replicating an entire labor ecosystem and achieving precise manufacturing yield rates, tasks that take years of trial and error. Decoupling the global supply chain from Taiwan is an agonizingly slow process, and total independence may not be fully possible. The AI revolution may be happening on our screens, but its foundation is being built inside some of the most sophisticated factories on Earth.